To wrap up Lesson 1 in Unit 4, we have to talk about something called deferred annuities. And maybe you've heard of that with people talking in business. So that's a deferred annuity. Retirement plans, retirement plans are deferred annuities. So my husband and I have we call it an annuity. So every year we put some money into this annuity, and when we retire, boom, we start drawing a uniform series out until we're both passed away. So we're guaranteed a uniform series until we die. That's an example of a uniform deferred annuity. So if you look at it, it looks like this. Okay, so you're putting money in. Now this is just a single payment deferred annuity. So you're putting money in and then you're taking money out. What my husband and I are doing is we're putting money in every month for a number of years and then taking money out every month. But the concept is the same. So you have money in and it just kind of hangs out there earning interest, and you pull money out. So if we look at this cash flow diagram, how would you go about solving this? Okay, so for solving, the first thing I do is look in the front of the book. Is there a picture that looks like that? No. So we have to do a multi-step approach. So that's kind of something you always think. Always first defense is look in the front of the book. Look on the cover of the book. And as you memorize these cash flows and these formulas and functions, you're not going to have to look at the book. You just know, nope, that's not going to happen. We don't have that option. We only have 6 different formulas we can use right now. So there's lots of ways to solve this problem. Method number 1, and I'm going to keep changing my pen color so you can follow me. Method number 1 is I can move my A to a P. I'll try and do this. A to a P. Why is that doing that? Which we know would be year 4. And move that P to year 0. Now notice I call that a P. So when I move these A's to year 4, okay, that's a P, a present, compared to these annuities. Now, that present is a future. So the way I would do that is I would say P is going to be equal to A, find a P given an A at the interest rate for 5. Then I'm going to multiply that, find a P given an F at an interest rate for 4. Because this is taking me to year 4. And in year 4, that's a present to those annuities. But now in this little picture, that becomes a future, and I got to get it back to year 0. So that's how I would do that one. Now let's move to red pen. Okay, red pen, number 2. I can take my A to an F in year 9, then take that F in year 9 and take it back to a P. So I can take these A's up to a future value in year 9 and then take that future value back to year 0. So I would do it this way. A, find an F given an A, I5, look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now this is hanging out in year 9 times find a P given an F, I, 9. It's got to go back to year 0. So there's another way to do it. Another way to do it, there's lots of ways to do this, okay? Those are the 2 most common ways. The third way, what we could do is we could move our P up from year 0 to P4, to year 4, and set that equal to the A move to P4. So what we're going to do is to year 4. What we're going to do is we're going to take this P4 and we're going to move it up here. Okay? Then we're going to take these A's and move it back to here. And then we've got a value of P4, and then we got to move it back. So we take that value of P4 and move it back. Well, no, we don't have to because we already know what P0 is. It would be an unknown. So what we do is we would go P at year 0 times find an F given a PI for 4. That's equal, so that's my money in, is equal to A, find a P given an A, I 5. This is going to come out with a number. This is a number here, and you're going to solve for P0. That works too. I don't really like that way, but you could. You could do the same way, taking it up to year 9 if you wanted to. You could say P0 to P9 is equal to A taken to P9. So I would go P0 at year 0 is find an F given a P I 9. Now I'm in year 9 is equal to A find an F given an A I 5. So here I'm at year 4. Here I'm at year 9. Here I'm at year 0. And here I'm at year 0. So I would suggest, if I were you, I would go through and do that all 4 ways and prove to yourself that it can be done. And if you don't want to prove to yourself, you can look in the solution examples and prove to yourself. But I'd like you to try it yourself. So that's the end of Lesson 1, Unit 4, and I'll be back in class.